Squid Game is back with Squid Game Season 2. Squid Game, Squid Game, Squid Game, Squid Game, Squid Game. What happened? You've already seen the videos. Watch Mojo top 10 shocking moments of Season 2. That's all news at this point. What I'm curious about is how do we beat the games? How do we win? How do we get the money? First of all, we need to be ruthless. No more of this Mr. Nice Guy. Cho Sang-woo in Season 1, he's the MVP because he knows what's up. He knows that to win, others are gonna have to die. There is no point in saving people, being nice to people, when they're gonna die anyway if you want to win. Listen, it sucked to see Ali die. Oh yeah, spoilers, but it sucked to see Ali die, but it was fair, right? It was fair. You know, you can't blame Cho Sang-woo for that. Anyway, I'm gonna give you my strategies to defeat every single game in Squid Game and to be the #1 victory royale man in the Korean show. So let's get started with red light, green light. Now this one is easy. First of all, go to the sides. You don't want to be near the other peasants. You are calculated. You are better. So when all the people are gathered, right? They're all gathered there. You're gonna want to go over there. All right? You got that? So you're alone on this one. But the way you're gonna move is okay. So take your arms and do like this, right? And then take your legs and spread them out fairly, just a tiny bit. And then when the song starts, you're gonna move like this, right? Kind of NPC, you know, kind of goofy, but it's gonna help. It's gonna help, guys. I promise. That's how we do it. Stand as still as possible. You're not gonna get shot. It's that easy. And if you're away from the others, there's no fear of people knocking into you, pushing you. It's that easy. Also, don't be the guy that gets shot in the leg in Season 2. The guy who gets pushed by the dead body. You're kind of like, ah, that was unfair. He doesn't deserve to die for that. But then bro decides to say, I didn't move. He moves while saying that. He's like, what? No, I didn't move. I didn't move. What are you talking about? And it's just, brother, you just secured your death with that. Are you dumb? If you accidentally move, just pray that it wasn't noticed. And if it was noticed, well, you're not gonna know because it's gonna go right through your head. I haven't been shot in the head. Maybe you have like 2 seconds to think, ah, damn, before you go on to the next life. But hopefully not. Hopefully you can just ignorance is bliss, right? Also, I have a question. So we can agree that the Korean version of red light, green light is so much easier than the English version, right? Because in Korea, the song goes, I'm not gonna sing it, but na 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 na. So you know when the song is coming to an end, when you know when red light is gonna happen. With the English, it's like green light, red light. You don't have a song to go off of. In Korean you do, in English you don't. So I always thought, well, that seems very sad to be English. I would much rather be Korean. Or at least have the English make like an English version of that song. God damn. Okay, next game. What was it called? Oh, the dalgona? Was that it? Yeah, you had the cookie in the jar. You open up the jar and you spit in it. You spit in it. Yeah, I know. Disgusting. Disgusting. Who cares? You're here to win. You're here to be ruthless. So, ruthless also means pissing in your cup. Or tin, or whatever you have. I'm not joking. You know, if you have to go, just do it in the cup. Because your cookie needs to be as wet as possible. I don't know if this actually works. It does. You just start going... Hawk-tua. Jesus Christ, I'm so fucked. I can't even spit out my toothpaste anymore without thinking of Hawk-tua. Like, my brain is actually rotted. Anyway, obviously you want it to be as wet as possible, and so you can kind of just push it out. You do it, and you push it. Next game was Tug of War. Pray. Yeah, I don't really have a lot for this one. Find some good people, but you don't know you're gonna be playing Tug of War. But hey, look at the goddamn walls. The walls, the lobby, right, where all the beds are. Yeah, it's Tug of War. If you see 2 people tugging war, you can assume that it's probably Tug of War. So you know you need the 10 strongest people, but if you don't, hopefully you got an old man to tell you what to do. But at the same time, I feel like when you're in this situation and you've been told just to lean back as soon as the game starts, I feel like so many people's survival instincts will just kick in at that moment, and they'll just start pulling. You know, when you're standing there with your rope in your hand and you feel that resistance, your first instinct is obviously just to pull it towards you again, instead of going like this. I feel like not many people would do this. But if you can manage to do that, good for you. And if someone says, hey, let's take 3 steps forward, do it. Don't be a bitch. Just do it. You're gonna lose anyway, so why not just try, right? So rule number 1, don't have that woman on your team who's just gonna be like, no, we're not gonna do that. Fuck off, alright? Next game, Ganbu. So you're gonna pair up with the person you like the most. We just have to assume that, since we can't have bias. Now that we know the games, we need to think of it. If we didn't know the games, obviously we would go with the person that we are closest to and who we feel is strongest. And then we have to kill each other. That's great. So here is kind of like we can pick whatever we want to do. And there probably is some game that is where you can cheat and win all the time. Yeah, do that if you know of one. I have a crazy strategy for this one, right? Crazy strategy. So what you want to do is piss off your opponent. Make them really, really mad at you. Really mad at you. To the point where they start to punch you, right? You want that. Because after they've punched you, hey, that's assault. You can't assault players for your marbles, that's a rule. And they need to be shot for that. And the guards aren't gonna give them second chances. That's not really a thing in Squid Game. I don't know if you've seen it. So you just want them to punch you and be like, oh, shoot him, and boom, you got it. But if they're very calm and composed and they're not gonna hit you, just do beer pong, make a hole in the ground and throw your marble there. Because I'm pretty good at that, so I can do that. And yeah, win. Glass bridge. This one I've always kind of disliked because it was so luck based. Like, you can't know what you're going into. The most of the time you won't think, it's probably glass bridge. Like, who would think that? Obviously the best choice is to pick the number in the middle, but even that is bad. You need the highest number to not die. And wouldn't you know it, the 3 main characters pick the highest numbers. Oh, no way! But yeah, it's kind of, you know, if you're at number 1, you have no chance of winning. So here's the thing, if you are number 1, don't play. Why would you play? Don't even try. I would start walking on the bars, holding up the glass panes, just walk on that. And obviously, you're probably gonna get punished for that. They're gonna say, you can't do that. But you're not gonna care, because here's the thing, you're dead either way. So if they shoot you, that's honestly just a better way to go than to fall. Final game, Squid Game. I haven't understood it. I tried watching it to kind of understand it. I mean, I have an idea, but yeah. I mean, it was kind of like, it was never gonna be Squid Game. It was just gonna be a fight to the death with your knives. I think the creators of the show knew that most people didn't really know what Squid Game was. So they just thought, okay, let's just make it into a fight to the death instead. Just step on the squid's circle thing. I think that's where you have to step. Something like that. Just do that. Easy. Anyway, we're gonna be moving on to season 2 now. The characters in season 2 are awesome. I really like them, especially the trans character. She is great. She's an absolute fucking unit. Thanos was fun. I liked him. Yeah, cool things. Anyway, how do we survive? Game 2. 6 mini games. 6 lovely mini games. Oh no, it wasn't 5. It was 5. Dakchi. I skipped Dakchi in the first season just to talk about it now. So Dakchi, I've heard that you want to have like the flat side hit the flat side. So something like force and vibration and physics. You don't want to hit it like this. You don't want to hit it like this. You want it to just hit it like this. So both things flop over. Apparently, that's physics. Rock throwing, just be good. Take your thing and like throw it as a frisbee instead of throwing it like that. That would be the one I picked. I would be like, please let me throw the rock because I can do that. I can't do the next thing that I forgot the name of. But for some reason, the show went heavily in on the fact that only women play it. So if you're a man, there's no way you can play it. Only if you have sisters. So I guess I can't do it because I'm a man. And I only have 1 sister, I don't have 4, so yeah, I guess I'm cooked, guys, I'm cooked. And I feel like I could maybe do it, maybe with some practice I could maybe do it. When I throw the things back on the table, I wouldn't throw them like this, like as if it was dice. I would kind of just let them slide off my hand down on the table so they aren't spread out as much. And then there's the spinning top. Ain't no way I can do that. I would completely mess it up. Don't give me that one. Next up, kick the thing. You just gotta be good at kicking. I don't think I would be able to do this. I think I would kick it too far to be unable to reach. That would be, that would not be good. Final game. or at least the one that we got to see, is the it's the round and round we go mingle game. Now this one was fun. I enjoyed seeing it. So my tactic for this one, right? As soon as it starts and the number is mentioned, I'll just run to a door alone. I don't need to have people with me. I'll just take a door, so I make sure that I have a door, and I'll just say, hey, come in here, come in here. So the people that are kind of frantically looking around for people, they'll see me like waving him, inviting them in, which will make them be like, oh, I can just go over there. And then I get the second person to wave and to get more people in. So as soon as we reach the number of people, I'll just shut the door and just close it. So, hey, now we won. Now this is gonna require quite a lot of luck, but I want to be a contrarian and come up with a different strategy than what we've seen in the games. You're gonna win if you use that strategy. It's the best strategy of all time. Oh yeah, another game, Russian roulette. Now, when it came to the thing where it was Gi-hun against the recruiter, yeah, just cheat. Yeah, he might be like, oh, you're just a peasant, you're just trash. Who cares? At least you're alive. He called me trash, so I'm not gonna use the obvious best strategy. I mean, it was badass for Gi-hun to do so, but he should know by now that he has a pretty good amount of plot armor. I feel like that's what I do in Tug of War. I look at the people who seems like they have most plot armor, and I just join that team. And when it comes to the rock paper scissors -1 Russian roulette, pray. Oh yeah, the voting. So if you're Gi-hun, this is one thing I didn't understand. In the season 1, they voted to go home, but they were told immediately that they can come back if they want to. Why doesn't Gi-hun just tell them, hey, we can vote to go out, but we'll get a chance to come back again, so it won't matter. So the people that wants to come back, they do so, but right now, let's just vote to get people out. And the people that don't come back, their prize money is still added to the total. So why doesn't he just say that? Now, obviously, the guards will probably say, that's not gonna work, that's not gonna happen, piss off, Gi-hun, you're not doing this to us, you're not doing that, buddy. And you know, fair enough at that point, then there's not a lot to do, but at least he tried, right? At least he tried. Why? I feel like he has so much information that he can give out, but he just decides not to, and it's just so weird. Now, finally, the final game, the shootout. All you gotta do is have the trans character on your side and figure out that the 001 is not a good man. I mean, I can see why Gi-hun wouldn't, suspect, but I feel like at least mention it, at least mention the fact that you have the same number as the guy that betrayed me. Your number is kind of cursed. At least say something like that, but it just seems like he's completely forgotten, which I felt was weird. People are saying the season ended on a cliffhanger. How? Everyone died, and the people that didn't just went back to the lobby. The only one who survived and is still outside of the place with all the bets is Gi-hun. And he's probably just gonna be taken into questioning, or maybe he's just gonna be thrown back into the games. We're just gonna continue on as normal in the next season, I feel like. I like Squid Game, can't lie, but it's also just a clear recipe for success. Death game battle royale with lovable characters. Obviously, that's a winner. So thanks for watching. If you haven't watched Squid Game, sorry for spoiling it all. It's a pretty fun show, so you can still watch it and have a lot of fun with it. So do that. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you ever end up in Squid Game, just remember this video. Thank me later. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.